They're leaving Staples Center after the Lakers took Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, 128-107. An overwhelming second half performance by the Lakers, and overall, Kobe being Kobe again, scored 40 tonight. That is 6 straight games of 30-plus, which is a personal playoff high for Kobe Bryant.
Slowing down.
Yeah. We've had that discussion on this very show, as a matter of fact. Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai, Ernie Johnson, Reggie Miller, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley. 128 points given up by the Phoenix Suns to the Lakers in Game 1. Not a good sign.
So much for this improved defense. Now, it has gotten better since the All-Star game, but when you're going against a well-oiled machine like the Lakers, I think everything was clicking tonight, especially in that third quarter where Kobe came alive offensively. Lamar had a great first half, ending with 19 points and 19 rebounds, but the Lakers are just too big. I know they inserted Lopez into the starting lineup, but I think that's something Gentry is going to have to go back to the drawing board. And how do we counteract the size and the length of the Lakers?
See, that's why I said I didn't think he should have started Lopez, because even if he plays well, it won't be as well as those big guys.
But he's better than Collins.
No, but they didn't play Collins. They went small. They played Channing Frye and Richardson. So then they became a better three-point shooting team. Because every time they do the pick and roll, it's so much congested. I think, and if I'm having Gentry, I go back small and say, you know what? We can't stop y'all big guys anyway. We're going to live with the threes, because they got to outscore the Lakers anyway. You put Jason Richardson out there with Channing Frye, and then that just make it, they just live by the threes.
But Frye has not been starting.
But
Collins has been starting.
But in those 3-4 minutes that he started,
But it doesn't matter, because the difference is when you play against those other teams, it still brings Bynum and Gasol under the basket together. They've got to go even smaller and try to outrun the Lakers. Well, whether it's Collins or it's Lopez, it doesn't matter. It's 2 7-footers instead of 1. That's the problem the Suns got to argue with.
Well, I think the one thing that, you could argue Collins, you can argue Lopez, but Andrew Bynum's not a factor. So the Lakers are big, but the guy who makes them big and different is Lamar Odom. And that's why before the game I thought that he would have – this is a tailor-made series for him. It's not really a physical series, but it's a skill series. If you could take people off the dribble, you could take people from 3, you have versatility, you're going to play well against the Phoenix Suns. Lamar Odom is the difference. Andrew Bynum sitting on it, beat DJ Benga's in the game just as much as Bynum. So the difference for the Suns, I'm not sure, Chuck, if it's the Lopez factor, it's a figuring out a way how to stop Lamar Odom. He cannot get 19 points, 19 rebounds if you expect to be in this series.
Before anybody answers that, let's go to Phil Jackson with his postgame thoughts. A career playoff high in rebounds for Lamar Odom with 19, and his high points for this playoff season with 19 in this game. And for Lamar Odom, 15 of those coming in the first half. As Phil Jackson said, he really jump-started this team. And let's go to the highlights here of Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, guys.
And you talked about, the jump-started the Lakers. That's what Phil Johnson said about Lamar and Steve Nash drive big times, makes a tough shot.
The Suns are never going to be a great defensive team. What I'm saying, the only thing they can do is speed the game up and try to make more threes. They're not going to win like this.
You see Amari Stoudemire with 23 on the night to lead Phoenix, and he is with Craig Sager. So Alvin Gentry's post-game thoughts, and you see Kobe Bryant now with 6 straight games of at least 30 points here in the postseason. He ended the Thunder series that way, did it in every game of the Jazz series, and opens the Phoenix series in the Western Conference Finals, going for 40.
Yeah, and he can average like 35 points easily because of his style of play. And I think he's going to average more on the road because the Suns actually play faster and better at home, and you get more possession. So he's going to probably have bigger numbers even on the road. But Lamar Odom, going back to him, honestly, if he played in a system like Phoenix or Dallas or New York, he would average 17 points, 10 assists. But when he plays in a structured offense like this, with like the Lakers, he's not a guy who can stand up, get stand-up shots, make plays consistently. That's why he's so up and down with the Lakers, and sometimes the Laker fans get frustrated. But you put him in a Phoenix Suns uniform tonight, they might beat the Lakers because he would be a matchup nightmare. This is his game. If he plays well this series, this is going to be an easy series for the Lakers.
This was a message game from Kobe Bryant and for the Lakers to the Phoenix Suns, because they wanted to know with the layoff, there's so much talk about the Suns' offense and high tempo and better defense that they're going to have a shot at the Lakers. Has a performance like this, shooting 58% as a team. And look, Phoenix shot 50%, but this is to let Grant Hill know, and Grant's one of our good friends, a veteran player that we all played with, Dream Team for Charles and myself. It's a difference from guarding Andre Miller, Brandon Roy, and Manu Ginobili versus Kobe Bryant, especially on 6 or 7 days rest. There's a difference. I mean, this is one of the premier scorers and players of our generations, and it's a big difference for a 37-year-old trying to go against someone who has free reign in an offense, who has so many moves, who has 6 or 7 days rest as well.
Yeah. You know, the three-point shooting, to get back to that in the first two series, the Suns outscored the Blazers and Spurs combined by 120 points from the arc. And tonight, the Lakers win the three-point line, 8 out of 17 to 5 out of 22, and they win game one, 128 to 107. Back with more here on Inside the NBA. It's presented by Hyundai.
Aww.
Don't believe me. Hey, I've had a few of those things today, as a matter of fact.
Well, you need to get some more.
Couldn't possibly sing that thing right now, but those are good.
Thanks, Geraldine, for that report. Vince Carter, 23 points. He had a good offensive night, but fellas, I have to ask you, Rashard Lewis, Dwight Howard absent in game one, what do they have to do for game two?
Well, clearly all the pressure's on Dwight. They're guarding him one-on-one, but that gets those other guys going. One guy can't guard a superstar.
So basically what you're saying is Dwight Howard isn't a superstar, because that's exactly what the Celtics are doing.
He had a tough game yesterday. He's got to slow down. You can't have the turnovers first and foremost.
You have the confidence in your defense that we're not picking out poison. We're going to attempt to take away both. We're going to play him one-on-one in the post, and we're going to take away the three. That's what we're going to, and they did it. They actually went out and did it.
But first of all, you're incorrect.
They didn't do it yesterday?
Yeah, when you play a guy one-on-one, that's picking your poison.
No.
Yeah.
Because picking your poison is saying we're going to play him one-on-one. Most teams think we're going to let him get 30. They're saying no. We're going to play him one-on-one, and he's not getting 30.
Oh, but if he don't turn the ball over 10 times.
But he did. I'm just saying they said it, and they did it.
But I'm saying that is picking your point. If you're playing that guy one-on-one, like when we played against y'all in Akeem, we said we're going to stop the three-point shooters. If he gets 30 or more.
There it is. But if he gets, they're not saying he's going to get 30. But they're saying we're going to stop him.
No, if they're going to play him one-on-one, he's going to have to get 30.
Well, my point is
that's
most teams say
bottom line,
add 30.
Bottom line, though, Jameer Nelson, Rashard Lewis, and, of course, Superman Dwight Howard have to play better and rebound better in game two. They've got to make shots from the perimeter. This is one of the top three-point shooting teams in attempts and as well as made. But they have to make threes to open that up for him down low.
No, he has to get going to open it up for them. Orlando's in trouble. It's all about Dwight Howard. Because you think about the great teams Kenny played on. We didn't worry about the three-point shooters. Akeem scored or got somebody in foul trouble. That's how three-point shooters get open. They can't get open if nobody's doubling guys down low.
All right, so since he used the three-point shooters, because the one thing about Clyde Drexler, Vernon Maxwell, Sam Cassell, and myself at times thought is like to really get off, you can't be a three-point shooter only. So get some dribble penetration, Rashard Lewis, Petrus, Jameer Nelson, because then it will keep the defense, when they're running at you, off balance.